Financial wealth has a lot of common with emotional stability and security. So, in order to have a secured sense of your incomes, it is necessary to maintain a comfortable and nurturing setting around your emotional needs. A lot of people around the world are desperate for connection and desperate for being understood. And in order to understand your own emotions, you need to have enough awareness and clarity on what it is that you emotionally really are needing. So in order to get in order your financial incomes and build abundance in a material sense, it is necessary to look at your emotional needs and how these are met in a dysfunctional way so far in your life. So while it does come easy to some to maintain a healthy and healing sense of abundance around themselves, for most of us, for billions of people on this planet, it sounds so out of reach to have abundance of materials, abundance of resources. This has to do with our childhood upbringing and childhood conditioning. So when you look back on how you've been conditioned around money and what were the discussions and the debates around money. So maybe your parents have been fought a lot about the issue of money. Maybe you didn't have enough, maybe you had enough, but still your emotional needs weren't met. Whatever the circumstances were, it is important to take notice on how this conditioning has formed you and your opinion around money. And now look at how you deal with money and how you perceive money and how you understand money. Do you see money as a tool in order to get your needs met and in order to support others? Or do you see money as a source of income in a sense that it brings you financial goods and it gives you confidence and it gives you sense of belonging maybe? And in order to connect with money and connect with the abundance around you, you need to be open up and you need to open up your senses to what it means for you specifically to be around abundance. So I encourage you to start with a breathwork exercise by just sitting yourself in a room that is comfortable and quiet and take notice of the silence around you. Then you can close your eyes and just perceive the darkness behind your eyelids. And become comfortable with the darkness around you. Become comfortable with saying nothing and doing nothing, basically. And then take notice of how your breath is regulating itself and how you've learned to breathe. And then you can breathe out 6 times inside of your nose, deeply breathing in and then letting go of it also 6 times. And the more you practice your own breath, the more you will feel confident inside of your own body, because let's be honest, it is hard to have a good posture nowadays when we are in front of the computer or when we are hard physically working. So when it seems like physical wealth and physical abundance is out of reach for you, then take notice of your breath and become advanced on how you're actually breathing. Become advanced on how the rhythm inside of your body or different emotional bodies, mental body, intellectual body, financial body are coming together as a whole, and how you can nurture all of those realms inside of your life or inside of your internal world. So what kind of topics are coming up when we are talking about this, when you're listening to these words? Take notice on how you're feeling during discussing and debating around those topics, and take notice what you understand on the being abundant when it comes to physicality, when it comes to physical income. And of course, you can do a lot of affirmations around being more abundant, becoming more abundant, and so forth. But the opening point is when you internally start questioning why you have been rejecting money so far in your life. What does it mean to reject money? What kind of positive traits are described? How is someone described that is virtuous and that is like above the topic of money? And on the contrary, see how you could benefit others by having more physical goods, and see how you could support a transformation or development of society or of your inner circle if you would have, and if you would maintain a nurturing sense and a nurturing connection towards money, and then starting to offer things to others that come naturally to you and that you could learn about forever, And this is gonna feel like you've been enriched by teaching, you've been enriched by offering others either products, services, or nurturing the company of someone else. So in order to come to this point where you are open enough so that you can look on your conditioning, you understand why you have been conditioned that way, or what kind of effect did those conditionings had on you, and then now to look at the now and today and look at why you are operating like you do with money, and then take a stance on how you would like to operate in the future, and what are you gonna operate like now that you know that you are in control of a lot of things. And at the same time, you cannot compare yourself with others that are more advanced than you or that have been born in more privileged ways. And at the same time, keep in mind that you have chosen to come in this life position at this exact moment. And in order to be confident enough in your cultural positioning and the individual economic stance that you are standing on right now, and also to clearly look at the consequences of your actions so far that led you to the relationship you maintain with your money, focus on that and learn how to take off your shame around this, learn how to become friends with feeling unwanted feelings around money, research books around this, listen to podcasts that are encouraging you, and understand that as soon as you connect to your breath, you will have a confident feeling towards your own body. And the more you nurture this, the more you feel abundant inside. And that is a place where you feel open to others and where you can look at and take opportunities that are to your benefit and bringing you advantage in a physical and financial sense. So good luck with this, and see you in my next one.